You're watching another Nerd Stalker interview.
For startup and entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and I thought about that. Sorry about that. I got my notes a little bit screwed up here. But anyway, I was looking at that and I was thinking like, you have some interesting wise kind of sayings in a lot of that one, which I thought that was really kind of cool to kind of talk about. But so anyway, let me do a quote here. So if you haven't looked at Taffy's blogs, you guys got to look at it. He uses a lot of his personal pictures, and this one has a picture of dogs, and one of the quotes there is. Business can be like being a dog in a dog sled race. If you're not the lead dog, the view never changes. So take charge of your business and ensure your view changes and the business grows. So that was really interesting. Yeah, so
These all start out on my business Facebook page, and I put them on there from time to time. And I take, and I do amateur photography. So I shoot these photographs. These are California dogs, by the way. So out there in San Francisco, where you are, and so I take these things, and I have had two sets of these short hints where I'll put in the photograph, and the photograph sort of gives me the idea for what to say. And so I had these dogs that were playing. If you haven't seen this thing yet, and there's a dog he's got a ball in his mouth, and the two dogs are right behind him because they're following him because he's got the ball. So he's the lead dog, and clearly it shows that he's looking at the dog's rear end, and they're not going to change till he get the ball. But if you think about it, if you're in a business and you're working for other people and you have a day in, day out job and it's repetitive, which many people have, it's not going to change unless you take command of your own life and do something different. I worked for the federal government and I had a lot of leeway and I could change it, but I was still working for the federal government. And and while I could change a lot, I was still stuck with all the people that were above me.
Right.
And it was only when I moved out and started getting into things more entrepreneurial and that was helpful. And then there's one about getting a helping hand and how important it is, to do that. And again, that's another dog in California. But and then I talk about having vision and having ideas and having and dreaming and how important that is.
Right.
And how so there's a lot that goes into these. There was one of my favorites. I have an uncle that always used to go to these trade shows, and he had this device. Let me see if I can pull it out here. Wait a minute.
All right, we're gonna have something live here.
Here, wait a second. Can you see this?
Oh, to it.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, round. Oh, it's a round. Oh, round to it. Okay, I got it. I got it.
So how many people have said, "Yeah, I'll do it when I get around to it"?
Yeah. Yes.
Now you have around to it. Now go get to work.
Well, you go through a bunch of things in there. That's pretty good, actually.
I have that in one of the other things. As I took a picture of this and I put it in there. So so there are things like that. But it all comes back to be motivational. It all comes back to being entrepreneurial. It's like I have one of some guy walking through down a path. When I was out on an island and I was taking pictures, and the gentleman was walking down this path, and and the goal and the thing there was, one of your best negotiating tactics is walking away. So there are things like that come out of these photographs, that I'll shoot and put in there and put a one-liner, and on the Facebook page, it's funny when I put an article in, people, maybe 10, 15, 20 people might comment on it. When I put these article things in there, sometimes like it goes up by a factor of 10.
Wow.
Because I guess people don't like to read. I don't know. Read the short stuff and look at the picture, but they won't go read the articles because it's too long. They don't want to take the time. So I started putting the short things on the Facebook page because I thought it was kind of cute and it got the message across. And then sometimes I'll go write a longer excerpt about it in the blog or the Examiner.
I see. Wow. Yeah, because I think we talked about this one actually in one of the episodes this year. So if you catch it on nerdsoccer.com, and you could catch all his blogs on Taffy Williams blogspot.com, Startup Blog Insights. So, and again, if you just joined us, we're talking to Taffy Williams, CEO and founder of Colonial TDC, and examiner writer on startups and entrepreneurship. So Taffy Williams.